Hello everybody and welcome back to Final Fantasy VIII. In the last episode, we made it out of Timber and we made it to the East Academy Station, and that was fun. In between episodes, I did a bit of stuff. I learned, I learned everything with him, everything with her. He's practically already done. She's getting there. And he's worked on quite a few things as well. I'm not quite done with my grinding and whatnot, but I wanted to do a few things before I forgot. So, a couple things I did accidentally off screen, because I forgot that you could do them. But I'm going to show off a few things here on the overworld before we get on into, the rest of the game, the actual part of the game. Right now I have Encounter None on, so that we don't run into any battles right now while I show you all this stuff, but I am going to show you a few things. First and foremost, if you walk down this road, or I guess you could have followed the train tracks, you will eventually come to Dalet, and this is that one town that we were in earlier with the seed mission. So I wanted to show this off a little bit. There are a few things we can do here, and there are a few things that I will go over, and a few things that I won't. But we will first go into here, which is the hotel, or whatever. We're gonna stay real quick. I didn't feel like reading any of that, I'm sorry, but the reason I wanted in here, and I actually just missed it. Can I just go back in? No. That's unfortunate. There is a Timber Maniacs issue right there. And I just missed it. There it is. Found an old issue of Timber Maniacs. You finished reading it. Awesome. So that was that. I think there's one in like every single hotel or whatever, so yeah. This is the way towards the communication tower, but they will not let us go there. Off limits for everyone except Galbadian military officials. That's pretty cool. There was something I did here with this dog, but unfortunately I did it off screen. But I found like a potion or something. It wasn't really that great. There's silence draw point here if you want it. I really didn't want it actually, but you know. Another thing I can show off here real quick is the way that you get new weapons to appear in here. There's two different ways to do it. You can either find the weapons monthly magazines, or you can just have the ingredients. So, for instance, I can make the Valkyrie for Renoa because I have a sheer feather which dropped from a random encounter outside, and I have magic stone. So I have all the necessary ingredients, so it is here. Which means you can theoretically make weapons far ahead of time. In fact, you can make, I think, everyone's ultimate weapon, so to speak, before Disc 1 is over. I'm not sure if that's entirely true, but I know for a fact you can get squalls. I will not be doing that, mostly because I already missed part of it, but mostly because I don't remember exactly where everything is. But that's okay. They also have a shop here. This is just your basic shop, so nothing really great here. But in case you need a shop, there's one here. There is also a card guy that I already played off screen, I believe. In here. So let's go in here and see what happened. There was a guy right here, next to this Timber Maniacs issue. Is that a Timber Maniacs issue? It looks like it is. Maybe not. Oh, yes it is. Yeah, there was a guy there, I played him in cards and I beat him, and he allowed me to come over this way. He would not allow you to come over this way if you do not beat him in cards. But I did that off screen, and I also talked to him off screen. Over here. This is the guy. And he gave me some cards, like some basic cards, nothing great. Um, but he's really not that interesting. I'm sure there's a point to him, I think, but I don't remember what it is. I don't go too deep into the cards. And I'm going to show you why I don't get too deep into the cards, because I don't care what he has to say. Now, we have started running into different rules. We have open, random, elemental, and trade rule 1. Open and trade rule 1 we've seen, but random and elemental we have not. There are ways to abolish rules and get the rules that you want, and it's a real pain, and I don't know how to do it really, so that's why I don't really play the cards. Even though I do really enjoy Triple Triad when it doesn't have all these shitty rules. But I will show you a game of this. I might lose, so we'll be prepared for that. But random selects 5 random cards for you to play with. You don't get to choose your own cards. And we'll go over what elemental is in just a second. If you look, everyone's not every card has an elemental, but some of them do. Like this Grendel, the Cockatrice, and the Gala all have a thunder attribute. You can see attributes randomly on the board. If you put something of a different attribute on top of something, like if I put thunder on this wind attribute one here, it will lower all of its stats by 1. If there happened to be a thunder one somewhere on the board, it would raise all of their stats by 1. So it's pretty cool. But again, random rule picks 5 random cards, so I actually don't have great cards this round, but really neither do they, so I'm not that worried about it. We probably still won't win, but hopefully I'm just gonna go for a draw. So, let's see. It's not looking good for me right now. Yeah, I think we're gonna lose. That's unfortunate. Oh well, we'll just lose. I don't have any good cards out anyway, so they can steal one. Or they can do that. They're gonna take it anyways, but whatever. We didn't lose at least, I guess. Oh yeah, we did. Oh, I'm just blind. Oh well, so we lost a card. That's what happens when you lose. You lose a card. Or, depending on the rule, you could lose multiple cards. But yeah, that's why I don't really play the card game once you get further into the game. It is a lot of fun once you can actually get the rules that you like, but I don't know how to really do that. The Queen of Cards can show up there, but I don't really know how to do that either. So yes, that was all fun. There is something here. This is a house. If you walk in here, which I have already done, you see... Oh. Oh, it's different every time. Okay, that might be why. Every time I finish a new painting, that boy has to mess it up. I've had it up to here. Next time he pulls this prank, I'm going coochie coochie coo the bottom of his feet. That's weird. The first time I went into the house, this is how I was talking about earlier. I got a potion or whatever from the dog. You walk into this house and there's a picture of that fountain square with a bone, and the bone is right where the dog is. And if you talk to the dog, you find the item. So I'm assuming that's the same deal here. This looks like the area with the bridge. So we could probably find another item when we go over there. I don't give in to the coochie coochie coo on my neck. From now on, artists have to fight for their creativity. So yeah, I guess you can do this multiple times. I didn't realize. I don't think I've ever done it. But that's pretty cool. So let's just go check real quick. The bridge area is just right up here. So let's just search the car, maybe? I don't know. There might be like an item around here. Maybe you find the dog. Oh yeah, here's the dog. There's a white bone. Looks like there's something underneath. And we got a Phoenix down. So I'm sure you could probably do this a bunch of times and get different items, so that's pretty cool. But I'm not going to do that right now. There might be a good item, there might not be. I don't know. I just wanted to show off Dalet real quick. There's not much to it, it's just your basic town. You can come down to the beach, and, you know... Oh yeah, that reminds me. I did a bunch of walking around with Renoa. So we learned Angelo Strike and Invincible Moon, and we were working on Reverse. So that's cool. I'll probably finish those up in between the next the next episode and this one. But that is for later, so we will not worry about that right now. It makes it really easy when you have Encounter None. That's pretty much what I did. I just had Encounter None and I just walked all over the place, kind of checking out the scenery and whatnot. There's a bunch of stuff here, but I don't think there's anything really to do. So, that's that screen. And then we're back up to the entrance. You can rent a car if you want, but I think it's just a big waste of money, so I'm not gonna do that. Especially now that we have Encounter None. I think that's all it does. Maybe it's a little faster to move on the world, but that's not important. What is important is the next thing I'm going to show you, which is this beach right here. This beach right here is where I did my grinding. You can run into 3 of those fish guys at a time, which will get you 9 AP per battle. And very rarely you can run into an Adamantoise, which is... it's a pretty tough fight. Well, there's normally 2 Adamantoise, and they're pretty tough. They have high defense, and it takes a while. But if you can find them and kill them, sometimes they will drop turtle shells, or a halcon. I don't know what that is, or adamantine. Which are pretty good items, one of which, the adamantine, I believe is for Squall's final weapon, so if you wanted to do that, there you go, that's how you get them. We did get a bunch of other stuff, but I don't want to deal with any of that yet. So that's that beach, that's where I was doing most of my stuff. But there are still a few things I want to show off. That should be good. On time. We do not want to go into that forest yet. The second you walk onto that forest, it will start the next sequence of events. And we don't want to do that. Even though we did take a train to leave Dalet, and it made it seem like it was urgent that we had to catch that train or else, we actually can just walk back to Timber. Did I say Dalet? Timber is what I meant. We can actually come back to Timber. And that's what we're going to do real quick. We're not going to do much here, but I will show off that you can come back to Timber. They will allow you in, so it's not that big a deal. And they will allow you out. So there you go. We are going to go into the hotel. Because as you might imagine, there is a Timber Maniacs issue in here. And there it is. Found an old issue. Fantastic. I feel like I missed one. I could have sworn I saw 3 when I was wandering around towns. Yeah, that's weird. So, I might look for that if I don't stumble across it as we're playing here. I think it's in Dalet though. I think. Alright, so the next place, if you want, you can like wander around the world map, but all major areas are blocked off to you right now, so there's really not much you can do. You can come over to here, which is Obel Lake, I think. Yes, Obel Lake. And you can talk to this. I did this off screen. I think. Well, I did it off screen, but I don't remember if I saved that progress or not. A black shadow rose to the surface. Hello. Relayed the whereabouts of Mr. Monkey. Thank you. Oh, yeah, okay, so I did do that. I did a few things wrong there. Not wrong, but I didn't show them on screen. What happens when you first come here is you try humming when you first get here. It just gives you that prompt to throw a rock or try humming. You just try humming, and the black shadow comes up. Oh yeah, you'll find something on the island east of Timber 2. So that's cool. And he asks you to go find his monkey friend. His monkey friend is, in fact, over by Dalet in the forest, next to that beach that I told you about. You go over there and as you're walking in the forest, it's not a random encounter. It just says, like, there's a monkey and you can throw a rock or try humming at him too, or singing or something. And I did all that accidentally, sort of. I accidentally... I thought I was recording. See, this is what happened. I thought I was recording the first time I came to Obel Lake. And then I wasn't, and then I did save it after that, and I didn't mean to. And then, of course, I went into that forest, and I was trying to find Wendigos, because I wanted steel pipes, but we'll get into all of that later. You'll find something, yeah, okay, we already talked about that. But, yeah, he sends you on a quest to find the monkey, and then there's a whole side quest with that, and I may or may not finish it. But it does exist, and that's where you start it. So, there you go. Another thing I can show off, it doesn't matter if we have encounter none on or not, but if we come over to this beach, which is... Is it this beach? It might be this beach. Let's just walk around for a second. And if it doesn't pop up, then it's probably not this beach. It does not appear to be this beach. So let's go over here. I can never remember exactly where some of this stuff is, unfortunately. Because I don't usually go into much with it. Oh yeah, I think it's this beach, actually. I do know of these things, but yeah, so here it is. But I don't think I've ever really finished most of them. If you go onto this beach, you'll see a random encounter with a UFO. There it is. You cannot attack it, you cannot do anything with it, you just see it taking away what looks to be a statue. So, and that's that. If you find all of the UFOs, you can eventually find an alien, and you can get an alien card from him. Or kill him, whichever one you want to do. I'll try to go over where all that stuff is as we go through the game. But I don't know exactly where they're all at, so I'm probably just going to wander around and try and find them myself. And if I can't, then I won't show it. But that's pretty much all I wanted to show off for now. This is where we started, the East Academy Station. That's the forest we're going to, probably in the next episode. And just so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about, right over here, this is the road to Dalet, and over here to was that beach that I said I was grinding at, and this forest right here is where I found the monkey. So just in case you were curious, yeah, see, it's still here. There's a monkey, throw a rock or sing. It doesn't matter what you do, I don't think. You can keep finding him, but he just says you suck every time. I'm not sure if there's like a sequence that you have to do to get him to do something else. But, that's it. That's the monkey. Just in case you were curious on where to find that. So, what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to finish up my grinding, and then I'm going to... I still have some more things to go over, but I'll go over them in the next episode. I'm going to finish grinding, I'm going to try and look for that other Timber Maniacs issue that I thought I saw, and all that stuff, and then I'll be back in the next episode, and we'll go on from there. So, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, I hope you have a wonderful day, and goodbye.